Hello guys, welcome to Phones About review of Doogee DG280 Leo. It's a new phone released recently by Doogee. Actually, we're not sure what's the exact pronunciation, which is the correct pronunciation of the brand. Is it Doogee or Doogee or Doogee? We are not actually sure, but I'm pretty sure you all know. You've all heard this phone about. Let's check what's in the box first. Our phone came with a micro SD card by Doogee. It's 8 gigabytes and it's class 6. It's not the fastest one, but it's produced by the same company. It's interesting, and we didn't know that they produced micro SD cards. This is the box. It's relatively small. You can see it's something like security mark by Doogee. They put this sign here just to make sure that the box matches with the phone inside. Once you scratch this area, you reveal the IMEI number of the phone, and you can see if the number matches with the one on the phone. So you can be sure that this is the same box. You can see the working frequencies. They're right here. It supports 3G. Okay, the specifications of the phone are written on the back. It's right here. Okay, so what's inside the box? Our phone was here, and inside we can see some standard equipment. It's a spare screen protector, a second one. Our phone already came with a screen protector applied on the screen. This is a headset with hands-free. It's made by Doogee. It has the Doogee branding. Okay. And this is the micro USB cable, and of course a charger. It's with EU plug. And there is a small guide with instructions how to use the phone and so on. It's made good, it's colorful, and it has pictures. Doogee really put some efforts to create a nice guide. Okay, this is the box. It's small, just like the phone. The phone actually is pretty light. It weighs about 110 grams. As you can see, we ordered the blue, light blue version. There are several different color versions. There is a green one, a red one, yellow, and I'm not sure if there are any more. Okay, so we ordered the blue one. What's interesting about the phone is the back itself. It's like rubber. You can see. Doogee claimed that the design is really interesting, and they actually asked their fans about this phone, and the design is a result of, let's say, a survey among their fans. They claim also that the back cover is heat dispensing. It means that actually the phone gets cooler. Well, we can't be sure about that. Anyway, the phone has 4.5-inch screen. It's with FWVGA resolution. It's lower than QHD, but with this screen, 4.5 inches, it's fine. It's not bad. As you can see, there is rubber around the phone, around all edges of the phone, and actually the backlit also plays a role as a back protector, as a case. You don't need the case for this phone because the case is already applied, and the backlit actually is the case. You can see that the buttons are rubber. They're under a rubber cover. Actually, it's a little bit hard to press the buttons. They're not very easy to press, and we really found ourselves putting some efforts to press the buttons. It's not so easy to press them. The back camera is 5 megapixels and the front one is 1.3 megapixels. The phone is running a quad-core processor clocked at 1.3 gigahertz, and it's running Android KitKat. It has 1 gigabyte of RAM and 8 gigabytes of internal storage. The battery capacity is 1800 milliamperes. So let's check what's under the backlit. If you're looking for a place where you need to put your finger in order to remove the backlit, well, there is no such place. So actually you can remove the backlit from every one suitable place. Okay, this is the backlit. It looks really like a phone case. It doesn't look much like a backlit. As we said, it is just rubber, and I can show you. See, it's just rubber, nothing but rubber. Here you can see the SIM card slots and the micro SD card slots. The phone has two SIM card slots. It's one micro USB and one standard SIM card. As we said, the battery has a capacity of 1800 milliamperes. We will not remove the battery because the phone is running right now. It's turned off and we can't remove the battery. It will not be good for the phone. The speaker is right here and it promises a 3D sound. The quality is not bad, so we are pleased with the speaker quality. Okay, let's put back the backlit. It's really easy to remove it and to put it back, and we are a little bit concerned if the backlit won't wear and actually get a little bit wider than it should be, and it's possible to be loose after some time and to cause some differences between the size of the phone and the size of the backlit. And maybe you see, it's really easy to remove it, and we are concerned that after certain time of usage it can look like this. Maybe it's really easy to remove it. Okay, let's turn the phone. It comes with Doogee launcher. It's a little bit customized for this phone. Let's decrease the brightness. You see the stock Android 4.4 toggles. Let's decrease it a little bit. Maybe that's better. Okay, the icons are customized by Doogee. You see all of them are almost circled, and for example they're a little bit let's say difficult to find out what they are about. If you're used to some other icons packs, you need some times to get used to these icons because they're really colorful. Actually, the buttons right here at the bottom of the phone, they're not backlighted. It's just drawing. There is no light, so it will be difficult to find these phones in a dark room. Let's check the settings because there are a few interesting options there. There is a visitor mode. It allows you to lock certain applications and to cut the access to all areas of the phone. There are gesture motions. You can see this by yourself. It's double tap to lock the phone and flip to mute and answer by swing. It's pretty standard for most of the Chinese phones. They have such options. There is a power saving mode. We don't see this with all budget phones. As we mentioned budget, the phone costs about $80. Okay, there is a power saving mode which you can enable, or just choose at what percentage of the battery to be enabled. Basically, that's all about the power saving mode. We are not sure if this will cut the processor power or it will just darken the screen and disable your data, Bluetooth, and so on. We have intelligent wake up. It allows you to wake up the phone and access different applications by drawing certain gestures on the screen. Let's try the camera. You just need to enable it. So we click here. Okay, all gestures are enabled now. And we draw C for the camera. And it's maybe for the dialer. Maybe it's my mistake. Uh, yeah, it says phone. Sorry, it gestured down for the camera. Never mind. You saw how this works. These are the intelligent wake up gestures. And we have intelligent somatosensory. It allows additional functions thankfully to the proximity sensor right here. You can browse around the galleries or around the phone by waving your hand, or even unlock the phone by waving your hand here. Let's just try something. Let's unlock the phone and maybe toggle the camera in the desktop. Okay, so your phone is locked and you unlock it and you see nothing happens. Actually, you need to put your hand really close to the sensor right here in order to expect result. It doesn't work so well because your hand must be really close to the sensor. You see nothing happens here, nothing. And when I'm really close, I'm almost touching the phone. I actually touch it and it works. The same goes for the camera. Maybe I can just put my finger here. Okay, and it took picture. This is the intelligent somatosensory. Let's turn them off. This is what you find interesting about the settings section. Everything else is pretty standard. Nothing interesting. There are a lot of languages installed. Maybe we can check this section if you're interested, if your language is there. We would just scroll slow so you can check the languages. Basically, the phone performs well. We didn't find any lag. The touchscreen is a little bit strange. Actually, it responds a little bit slow, or maybe just a launcher animation, but it doesn't feel so comfortable to scroll around the phone, probably just because of the launcher. The transition animation is a little bit slower. Let's check the browsing. We installed Google Chrome. It comes with pre-installed launcher as well, but we prefer to use Chrome. We can go to yahoo.com. No, we don't want to install Yahoo Mail. Thank you. Okay, this is the mobile version. Probably we should request the desktop site so you can see how fast it loads. You see it loads pretty fast, but there is no double tap to zoom. This is the zoom. It's not bad, but you see how slow it responds. Just a few centimeters. Maybe I'm used to a different phone because when I make a fast move like this one, and I'm used to slide a lot down and down, and it just slides a little bit. But it works okay, no problems with the browsing. Of course, it's a budget phone. Let's move to the camera. Probably the camera is something that you're interested in. Actually, we came with a defective unit, and our camera is not able to autofocus. The autofocus is green, but it's not focused at all. Okay, let's try here. You see that the numbers are not clear. The numbers are not clear. It really can't focus. It really can't focus. The numbers are not clear at all. Let's try again. No. Probably just our unit, and we are sure that the other Doogee phones should work and should autofocus. It takes picture fast. If I manage to press the button correctly. Okay, it takes picture fast. There are not many details, but it's a 5 megapixel camera, and you should not expect pretty good results. But it's a camera, and it will work after all. It will serve you for certain situations where there is enough amount of light. There are lots of options in the camera menu. There is a night mode also. There is a slightly improvement using the night mode when there is not enough amount of light. There are interesting options here like voice capture or face detection. It also has smile detection, HDR mode. We are not sure why these are darkened here. We managed to use the smile detection earlier, probably because I don't know why. Okay, we were in the beautification mode, and probably that's why some of the options were not available. Yeah, there is a beautification mode, but it gives a little bit creepy result. It makes your skin lighter and your eyes are really big and black. Well, it's creepy, a little bit alien look. Lots of options here, as we said, voice capture, face detection, it has smile shot, it takes a picture when detects a smile, HDR mode, and so on and so on. The maximum picture size is 5 megapixels. There is no interpolation, and you can't get better results with some software improvements. The standard size for the picture format, let's say, it's 4:3. It's not full screen, but you can change it. Anyway, and just a few options for the video. As we said, the camera is not something impressive. You can see some picture samples in the link below the video in our written review. But as we said, our review came with defective camera, and maybe no, actually we don't think that the quality will be better with not defective unit, with working focus, with working autofocus. Because even if we try to take picture of some objects in the distance, we don't need the autofocus, but it's still the quality of 5 megapixels camera. Unfortunately, our unit came with a few more defects. We have some problems with the screen. Let me show you what I'm talking about. There is a slight black line at the bottom of the screen which is constantly moving, and it's really visible on a light background. Let me just find some application with white background. Okay, so we have one line at the bottom which is blinking. You see, sometimes it's blinking even faster. You can see it right here at the bottom. Probably the screen is defective, and we also noticed something else. The screen gets something like burns caused by the icons. For example, if the phone stays, let's say, for about 1 minute on this home screen, and all the icons will remain on the screen just like a white shadow. For example, if I go to this section here and I will still be able to see the icons right here as a white shadow, like they burn the screen. We will try to take a picture of that and to attach it in our review as well, because we are not sure if this is defective screen or this is just caused by the cheap screen technology which is used with the phone. We hope that this is just a defective unit and this is not a common issue with most of the phones. It's not so good to have a burn screen by just by the application's icons. Probably it's caused. This is caused when the brightness is set to higher level. Anyway, we said that the phone performs smooth. We didn't encounter any lag. Also, there is application lock here. You can set your password and set password to certain applications, so you're the only person who can access them. Okay, what else can we say about the phone? The battery life is something in the middle. It's average. We run some tests with GFX Bench. The results are just average, probably because of the low resolution. The phone can maintain maybe about 2 days of average use. We'll show you some gameplay. Before that, some final words. The build, the design looks pleasant, but we are not sure how stable the build is, because as we said, it's really easy to remove the back cover, and we are not sure if with time it will not become loose. The buttons are hard to press. The display is with low resolution, but it's good. The viewing angles are good. Let me show you the viewing angles. We forgot about that. The viewing angles are not so bad. It's a budget device, but it has good viewing angles. The performance is good. We didn't have issues with the performance. However, we had some issues with the screen itself. We told you about the burning places, the burning fields on the screen caused by, I don't know what they cause them, but it's really unpleasant. The camera is poor, but you can't expect much from a budget device. It will be enough to take pictures in bright light conditions, but don't expect too much. There are lots of options, so you can play and try to get a better shot with changing the settings. The flashlight is not very strong and will not help you get good pictures in dark light, so you should not have high expectations. I'm sorry. Okay, let's show you some gameplay. Asphalt 8, of course, so you can see that the phone performs really well. Even with, maybe it's a game which is it's not really heavy, but it's above the average. Here you can see we had some, let's say, observations while playing Asphalt 8, and the screen produces really dark colors, although our brightness was set to above the average, and we were not able to see good colors, and it was really difficult to even to see what's going on the screen. It's really dark, and you see it's really dark. Now the display is set to minimum, the brightness is set to minimum, but even if it's higher, it doesn't get much lighter. You see how dark the details are. They're really dark. It's really difficult to see what actually is going on. We hope that this is just our defective unit. You see, it's okay. Let's try to increase the brightness, although we already tried that. Just increase the brightness. Okay, just to show you that it won't get much better. Well, from my point of view, it's really difficult to see the details, but I'm looking at the camera. Actually, the picture on the camera is better than on my phone. I can see more details on the camera than on the phone. The picture is definitely dark and you can't see much details there. Okay, I think it's enough. You saw that the phone performs well and it can run Asphalt 8 smoothly and without any lag. For some reason, I can't toggle the brightness. Okay. Okay, this is all we have to say about this phone. It's a budget device, about $80, and probably if you don't get defective unit as ours, it can serve you well. The phone is pretty light, about 110 grams. It has good design, but we can't say that it has the best build quality, and we're not sure if it can serve you for a long time. Anyway, if you're interested, you can check our detailed review. The link is just under the video. You can see some benchmarks there and read more about our impressions with the phone. Thank you for watching us. Bye bye.